Now here we have one very joyous Shih Tzu called Marley, and it's difficult trying to find him actually on the camera because he was one buzzing little man, and he has come in for a much overdue groom. And I know he looked a little bit like Hannibal Lecter at the beginning, but I promise you he is just a little bit misunderstood, and that's why up to 3 other groomers wouldn't have him. But actually all he really wants to do is show you some love. He is not aggressive, he just really doesn't like the grooming process, and sometimes that's just the case. But if you take the time to share your experience with him and make sure it's a positive one, you can make it a little bit better. I just wanted to get him used to the sound of the clippers because I've been made aware that he can be a bit of a nightmare. But you know what? He was good as gold with the clippers, didn't mind them at all. What he doesn't like is his feet and his legs being done, really, and that's when he can get a little bit growly and a little bit mouthy, hence why the face mask, the muzzle came out. And it is a bit of a funny looking muzzle, I'm not going to lie, but it's perfect for brachycephalic dogs. Those are dogs with short snouts like Shih Tzus, pugs, those sort of dogs who, you know, they haven't got the muzzle, they don't have much of a snout, so you need to protect them. But it gives them enough space to breathe, and you can even drop a treat in there if you want to, but it's just keeping them safe and keeping me safe. I carried out a rough clip before going into the bath because I just wanted to get that bulk of that coat off him, because there was no point washing and drying it and it just to be cut off, so I can get rid of it and it will help speed up the drying process. I originally wanted to do him on an attachment comb 3, but after a little bit of investigation it was clear that this just wasn't going to be possible because there were a few knots and a few mats, and it was just going to be easier for him, a bit more comfortable if I just went one blade shorter, so I actually went with a 5F blade. He wasn't a fan of the pumping of the conditioner bottle, as you can see, so what I did was I took off the lid and I just squirted it over him, and that he was much happier with that. So it's all about adapting to the groom, and this is just his first time with me. It's for me to learn about him, for him to learn about me. And we know for next time, we're not going to do any pumping motion. We're just going to pour it over his back. And he is a very sweet boy. And as I said earlier, he doesn't actually want to hurt you, because every time it got to a stage where you think he might bite, he would actually just lick you. And that was his way of telling you, look, Jay, I've had enough. When it came to the drying process, at first he was trying to attack the dryer and attack me. But again, I just reassured him, let him know that he was okay, and he just needed a bit of a cuddle. Don't we all sometimes? And he was a good boy, and it allowed me to dry him with the blast dryer before finishing him off with my stand dryer. And he actually licked me inside of my mouth then, which was, very pleasant. Once we were completely dry, we could actually carry out that clip. So with my 5F blade, I went to work, and you know what? I actually left quite a lovely finish. With Shih Tzus, they come in all different looks. Some people like them kept shorter, and some people like them kept in a really long coat. But if you want it nice and manageable, this short coat actually did the job. I started trying to scissor finish around the legs, but he wasn't a fan of this. And you know what? I decided it doesn't matter. We just want to do a nice, clean groom here. So I got the clippers back out, and I just clipped over where I would traditionally scissor. And you know what? He actually found that a little bit better. A little bit growly when it came to the bottom of the feet, but it's okay. We do our best to try and make him happy. And again, just want to keep him safe and keep myself safe at this stage. Now, I don't know about you. If you have a Shih Tzu, oh my God, they are amazing. Before I started working with dogs, I for some reason thought I didn't like them, but my goodness, as soon as I started working with them, I instantly fell in love. They are some of the sassiest, funniest dogs I have ever groomed. I used to walk one who she would trot up to people, act like she wanted to be stroked. Then as they bent down, she'd just gently walk away so they couldn't get her, and then look back and be like, ha. They're just so funny. It just sums them up. They're very sassy but very sweet. You could see Marley here was starting to settle now. Probably didn't even need the muzzle at this stage, but you know what? It's better safe than sorry. But he's really chilling out, wanting to lie down. So I just lowered the height of my H-frame so he could lie down, so there was no restraint on his neck there as such. And he was a much more comfortable, happier guy. And when it came to trimming his face, oh, what a sweetheart. Again, it wasn't his favourite thing, but he just knows that he can trust me now, and I can trust him, to be fair. I wasn't scared that he was going to bite me. I wasn't scared of anything going wrong. We just knew each other at this stage, and we were just going to take our time, do everything gently, and fingers crossed he was going to be looking really cute at the end. I'm not going to lie, I was apprehensive before grooming Marley. I was told by his owner that he'd been not allowed to go to other groomers because of how he acted, and I was just a little bit nervous, but sometimes those nerves can come off on the dog and they will act a bit funny, so I just needed to take a step back, take a few deep breaths, don't treat him any different to any other dog, and actually, he was fine. Of course, he wasn't perfect, but no one is. And if he just doesn't like the business, that's fine. But look at him. He looks super cute. He's super happy. And I'm relatively pleased with how he turns out. We finished with a cuddle because, my goodness, don't we all need it? I hope you've enjoyed it. And I'll see you on the next one. See you later. Bye.